Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Now I just conceived of a very simple machine right here. Well, I can't really consider it a machine since it's so, well, simple. Anyways, it's just a simple automatic crafting table right here, making all the hummus I need. All I need to do is supply the required fertilizer and dirt, and it pretty much does the rest. Well, not pretty much, it does do the rest. Let's wait for that stroke, and now we have only a stack of stuff there. Now there could be an infinite loop trying to refeed it back here. There's no overflow mechanic currently. I might be able to set one up with a gate so that it only turns on the engine when there needs to be hummus or there's just no hummus or whatever, hummus. But that's overcomplicating things right now, and we have better things to do. So we're going to want to, for now, get rid of our fertilizer and etc. And our hummus. Did I mention hummus? Yes, let's get rid of our hummus because we don't want the hummus. Let's try to get things rolling without alienating our viewing cast. So the whole point of this small adaptation is so that we can make a lot. Oh, there's stuff there. So that we can make more saplings quicker than we can already. Because currently making hummus is a bit of a pain in the keister in the sense that I need to continually create the hummus with the dirt and fertilizer, and I honestly have better things to do with my time than just sit around crafting, and etc. Maybe we can change it so that we have some iron pipes here. Let's just make 2 iron chipsets. I think that'll be a good use of our energy, which seems like it might. No, it's definitely not going out, that's for sure, and we have no use for the energy, so eventually we should turn that off. Yeah, to conserve fuel, we're going to turn this entire machine off so it's not supplying any more energy, and this will be nice and full for the years to come. It's probably gonna last years since this takes hardly anything really. Let's see, how are you doing? You have sand. You are going to probably just overflood the overworld with sand. So this is another thing I was meaning to do, but I forgot to do. So we might as well make one more engine to get stuff going in this regard. So we're going to need 2 gears yet again. So 2 gears, this should be enough of this, so let's make all of that. So redstone, and 1 piston. We don't want to get any others, we only want 1 piston, so we, there, okay. So got that. We're going to also need to make some iron pipes. I keep on wanting to call them gates for some reason. They are not gates. They are pipes. Wish they were tubes, but they're pipes. Get them through your thick skull. So I'm eventually going to have this well, it's already down to the stone level, so I will want to get some stone compiled up and eventually void it whenever that opportunity presents itself, but currently this is all we can do. So let's get all this over here. We'll need to orient those eventually, but all that we need to do is just fix a few small pipes and we'll be able to feed all of the scrap. So 1 engine, 1 engine, 1 engine. If we wrench it all together, we'll point the right way, and all we need to do is turn these suckers on. Obviously, since those are clear blocks, we cannot do it in a simple manner because that'd just be cheating for some reason. And then we'll just take the scrap out of here, and then it'll just go through here, which is a simple enough concept, I think. And will we be able to fill it all up? Yeah, we will. So that will be sufficient. So let's go back into the overworld and do what we're actually meaning to do with this entire contraption over here. So what I'm wanting to do is currently we're going to want to make a better alternative to the fuel. Sure, it's very efficient fuel-wise, but that's only if we can manage to continually find oil wells. I can find oil wells in the future. That will be an easy enough thing to do, but for now, I think it's best to hedge our bets and use the resources that we currently have at our disposal compared to the ones that we will need to actually work on, and etc. So, oil, we could go find a large oil well and then just use that and we can be set for life. But I think it's a little more fun and entertaining if we get stuff a little greener. Plus, using this extra stuff will be better. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Hopefully we can get everything before it falls into the void, because doing that would be a very good thing to do. Okay, we got 4 engines and that. We can get the liquid unloader later, and as well as that thing over there. And I seem to be a little trapped, thanks. Way to put me there. Come on. Be a little more considerate. I am your fellow man, right? Right? I don't even know why I'm bothering talking to myself. I always lose that argument. So, I think we have some power conduits ready to go for this. I at least thought I did. Where's our electrum? We should have more conduits. So I think our conduits, actually, we hid them over here to be more time efficient, funnily enough. I don't know why I even thought that would be the case. So, redstone, energy, conduits, that might be enough at least. Do we have any more electrum? And, okay. Electrum. We only have one piece of electrum. And where's our obsidian glass? Obsidian. Where's our obsidian? I thought we had... Okay, we got 4 obsidian. So I'm thinking we have the silver to do it. So let's just pulverize some of our gold, combine it with the silver, and then get some more electrum. I'm guessing we'll go with 4 pieces, so 4 shall be good. That'll take 20 seconds. Or we cannot rock crush those, so... yeah, we can't rock crush them because they're not actually rocks. Who would have thunk it? So we'll need to then use 2 minutes over here, or 1 minute actually, and just macerate it over here instead of the 20 seconds that we were going to use. Now I decided to put some uranium dust in here to start centrifuging that, because I'm really interested in the results when we do some further research into the, well, uranium happiness that we're going to get ourselves into a few episodes later. We're not quite there yet, so we're going to have to wait for that, but that's not too much of a thing to wait for. Speaking of which, let's wait for the 3, 2, 1... And of course it's the wrong count. Okay, we got our gold dust. And we got even more gold dust. Let's combine this gold with the pulverized silver. Get electrum. And we'll just do a simple transmutation. Abracadabra. And we got our electrum ingots. Now I think it's best if we use all of these right now and make some more conduits. And we'll fill these up. I think actually this should be just enough to... We should have just enough redstone to fill these up. So if we look, we got... yeah, we have more than enough. This is good for another 30 of those. So just to be consistent, let's just throw 2 of these in so as we can get a nice even number in the future. While we're thinking of it, we should grab some copper and tin because we're going to need to use that in some of our builds. And we might need a little more glass, so I think we can pull some glass somewhere. That will be easy enough to do. And we only have 31 copper, though we do have enough bronze, but we don't have enough glass. So let's go gather some glass here. There we go. And we obviously have enough hummus in here right now. We are going to need some more saplings. Maybe that's not the best sapling producer ever, huh? I guess there's something that I can be happy for. Okay, this should be enough glass for now. We'll have that continually producing for the future. And let's go and get this stuff moving. So, what I'm thinking of doing is having this, now that I think of it, we still don't have everything that we need to continue what I want to do. What I want to do is have this fermenter feeding up multiple, and I do mean multiple, stills, so as we can produce biofuel at an industrial scale. I think that would be an adequate word for it. An industrial scale. We're going to need more redstone engines than this, but I think we can build them as we go along. We have enough waterproofing to be sufficient, minded, but we're going to need to make a place that can actually store all the liquid. So what we are going to need to do is create some more iron tanking before we tank. So let's see, do we have this? We got some iron plates. Let's get all this iron, and we have 2 stacks plus a bit. I don't think we actually have any more iron currently at our disposal. Eventually the quarry should rectify that, but we're currently not at that stage of the game. Come on, be quicker at it. But with this, we're just going to need to build a temporary well and get everything going. So, what we're going to want to start with is a 5x5, but leave enough room for development later on. So, let's make a nice little 5x5 trench. Not really a trench, it's more like a square. Let's make a 5x5 square then. That is a little better. And we're going to need to do some calculations to be a little more efficient, but for now I'm thinking we'll just put all of these in here and put 8 in here, and we'll wait for all the plates, and that should give the remaining that we will need. Now for now, let's put this tank walls on the ground. We are going to need more than this, but this will at least give a short perimeter of what we're going to need. So let's see. I'm going to want to make this as tall as possible to be as efficient as possible, but we're going to have to see how many iron plates we have afforded to us before we can make such a drastic game-changing decision. Okay, so here we are. Let's make the bottom and the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plus 25, which is 40. There we go. So we got the top and bottom. Or at least what will be the top when we actually get all this going. So we'll have one valve for now there, and one valve there, so we can actually pull everything out in the future. And for now, I'm thinking we'll turn all of these iron plates into some siding so we can have a good visual representation of what we need to make. So let's get this. This will need more, that's for sure. And that will at least be some for future use. We are going to obviously need to make more plates. That much is a given, but I want to see how many more we will need. There and there. So that's one, and that's another. So assume that these 25 are given. To go for a 5x5, we're going to need 3, 6, plus 12, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 30 more. So 30 more plates to be able to get a nice 5x5. So 30 more plates. 30 more plates. We're going to need to make those manually. We have 8 here, so that means we're going to need to make 8 more crafting. Therefore, 3 more of each of these. And we'll have 2 left over once we get all the plates, including the center one that is currently there. Okay, how's our lasers going? It's going well. We'll put this in, and we're going to probably need more iron. No, don't want that. Probably going to need a gate. And we don't have any gates. So we're going to need to make 2 of those. So let's take those out so that we don't have any more left over. And how's our rolling machine going? Good. So we got that. We'll need to wait more. So that's 4. And that's enough for all the top and bottom and etc. The siding, yes. The edges, rather. The edges is what we have first. So 3. And here we go. Now we will just get the top down. Top down. Huh. Who taught you English? We'll get the top, and then that will be sufficient. We'll just have to put the rest of the siding down, and we'll be good to go, which isn't too much extra. So we'll get that. Then we'll pump out the remaining of this out into the merry blue yonder. And etc. Hopefully we have a happy ever after fairy tale. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. Okay. Let's focus on actually getting that. Let's eat a bit more before doing that, because we want to be nice and fed before doing any strenuous exercise, because we might get a cramp otherwise. And honestly, I do not like cramps. So 5. Something tells me I miscalculated. Okay. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So we have 2 extra anyways. Just thought I'd have the plates instead of the glass. So it's not too much of a bother either way. Get out of the way, chicken. As if to mock me. Has to go blocking. And that was a poor impression, isn't it? Good thing I wasn't trying to make an impression, because I would have failed drastically by now. Okay, let's get all that stored waste out and start filling this. We're going to need a bit more than that, obviously, to satiate our desires for awesomeness, but I think we'll be able to do well enough as it is. So, now this will need to take all of out. So let's take that. We'll take that as well. And obviously we have run a little amok with this. So let's throw some of our basic stuff that we won't need so much of out of here. So as we can get the hopper. And it seems that this just wants to be inefficient. As if. And there's no easy way to solve that, is there? No? Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get this when there's nothing there. Not likely, but okay. Guess we're gonna have to loop it, isn't that right? Isn't that right? It's still making more, I think. No, it isn't. That's because it's not actually hooked up. So we're going to need to hook it up so that it's making the remainder, so we can get the rest of the junk out. Okay, take that and hook that out so that it's outputting there instead of inputting, and we'll make the remaining junk and throw it into here. So we should have a good amount. Hopefully it's a nice even amount, or we know we lost stuff. I'm not going to say what we lost, because that's just cruel. Otherwise, we're going to need to take that out. So once this is empty, I think we can go along, but for now, let's try to plan ahead with how we're going to do things. So we're going to need a pump, obviously. A pump is crucial in all the stuff that we're going to do. Eventually, this is going to expand one outward in all the cardinal directions, so instead of having the liquid go out here, we're going to have it going in at here instead. That's almost floweth out. Come on. Dang it. So that means, it needs to go there. You know, I don't care if you call me a murderer or anything. Let me just dispense of the corpse and then get everything going at a bit more tart of a pace. Let's go grab some glass. Now, I believe that the ratio that's best using the fermenter and the still to make production is 1 fermenter for 5 stills. That is going to be a bit of effort to get, so we're going to have to get all of those nice little bodies and get 5 sturdy casings. Ah, crud, I made 1 extra. So we're going to have to do 4 of them. Instead, go like this, and we'll surround with redstone, and we'll make 4 extra stills. Okay, wasting energy since 2011. Not that long, actually, so I think that's pretty good. Okay. You are out. Now we just have to wait for all of this recursion to finish. Come on, recursion. Break out of the cycle. I don't want to lose a single drop. Hell with it. We'll just have it go out. Then we're good. And now that all that's good, we can break the loop, break the cycle, get the bloody still out of the way, and get everything out. And of course, I start breaking the ground at any opportunity that I can. So here we are. We're going to want to also take this out of the equation, even though it's probably casting some sort of glow, effervescent glow of awesomeness. And let's see, how far is our pump? It is actually breaking right now, so we better fix that. Broken! You hath broken the pumpeth. Let's go. Get some water. And if we were to put another pump, we'll put it right here. Actually, since the fermenter is going to need water, let's preemptively put the pump here. And it'll come out this way. So place pump here. We'll just need to put some water in here, and I managed to place it in an incorrect location, obviously. What would I do without my sanity? I have learned ever since I have lost it. Okay, so let's get this, put that there, and now it's nice and still. We're just going to need to bring some power lines and etc. out of here. But that shouldn't be too difficult. So the water will come out of here, and it will meet the fermenter first of all. So let's get the water lines and the power lines. And how are we to do that? Okay, I have wrecked it. I have wrecked it. I have wrecked it. I say I have wrecked it because I have. Let's get out of here. And try not to break it. So, this goes here. This will go here. And they'll go up in harmony. In harmony, I said. There we go. So water will come out here. The power will feed both this and that. And we're good. So we're also going to need to have 1 engine powering the stuff over here. So engine here. We'll have the engine facing up. We'll have this thing in the way. Easy access. So what? And we'll have it going here. Now we're going to need to have the funnel here so that all of the good stuff can get extruded. Of course, this will need to be connected to power, but we can get that later. Now this will need to go to many stills. Hopefully we can get this in the close amount of space that we have. So we're going to need to bring this to many stills, so that means we're going to want to take this out of the picture instead and place it somewhere else. So let's say that the path goes there, and that we have, let's see, we'll have 5 in total, so we might as well go a little egocentric over here. We're going to need some more golden pipes and waterproof them. And that will probably use all of it, so we shouldn't use all of it. Let's go with half for now, and we'll find out later how many we need. So here we go. So 2 up there, 2 up here, and this will be where our stills are. that there. Still. And these will obviously need power as well. But they'll also need to get stuff out of it by doing some waterproof piping, and I think it's 4 more waterproofing piping for that. So get that. We'll need engines here. And we should be able to gauge on one side how much we have left. So there we go. And the last thing, but not the least, not the last thing. I'd be lying if I said that. And it'll all go supposedly into the tank like that. Once we get the engines going, which I think we'll have almost done. Now, speaking about engines, I think for sake of sanity we'll put it... No. Okay, so we'll have power lining up here as well. And this, hopefully we have one side where we can see this stuff, but that's probably not going to happen. This is good. And that's good. Okay, so all we need to do is run this up so that it's powering the rest of it. So let's get our wrench and have it here. We'll just put one more pipe in here instead, and then we can start running it. All we need is our saplings and our fertilizer. So we'll get those in, and then we can get this up and running at least so that we can see how it's going. We'll need one more redstone engine. That's not too bad. And I think for the sake of simplification, we'll just put the levers here. And we'll have more in the future. So that's good. We have everything filled. All we need to do is place. And now we got our fermenter going. And now our stills will be going. Eventually, once they get the required biomass. This one is going to eventually fill up because, well, you know. So we got our biomass going. This one will be moving at the quickest speed because it actually has some stuff to change. Let's wait in anticipation. And what side is the glowing input? We have too much. Okay, so this measures how much biomass we have in, so we can measure it on this side. This has the water, so we can gauge it through easy ways. Now, are we actually getting any energy whatsoever in here? Probably not. Heck, you only live once. Oh no, I'm not going to start spouting that. Okay, did we get any yet? Probably going to need to wait for a bit more stuff, huh? We seem to be missing something. I wonder what that could be. I am talking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing. Okay, let's get that biomass out. I thought it was actually going out, so here we go. We actually have some more biomass going. We're going to start producing stuff in the still, hopefully. Please start producing, or I will... Hey, we got some biomass. Biofuel, whatever it's called. So I'm not sure what the rate of saplings is, but I think it should be a slow enough rate for one farm to perhaps fuel it. Eventually we're gonna need to have a better fueling method, but I digress. That's not too much of a problem right now. Let's see, how many saplings do we have spare? We have this much, so we can just throw them in, see how much we need afterwards, but the main thing that we're going to need is some way to fuel this energy because we are going to run out of energy soon. Now obviously, we can fuel it easily enough just by simply having this oriented correctly. Maybe we can have it so that this is going in here instead. Oops. In here instead. Take this chain out. Put it out like this instead. Break the infinite loop. And then turn this back on. Hopefully, nothing breaks down there. All the pumps will be happy. We'll have our energy. Looks like at a slight, greater than slight rather, loss. But we'll have biofuel. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. How's our blast furnace going? We got a lot of steel, my friends. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. Oh, that is a little unfortunate. Let's actually have everything going in the right locations, please. It'd be a little useful for the future of our sanity.